The African fashion business has evolved over the years, and today we are seeing the industry powered by young, ambitious people with creative minds. We spoke to both local and international designers at the Red Carpet Fashion Show in Cape Town, a couture calendar event showcasing some of the finest creations and taking the runway to a new level. But how difficult is it to break into the industry, not only as a designer, but also as an entrepreneur?
After all the years of really, really hard work, now it's only paying off. And also, being a South African designer, we have a lot of hiccups, like fabric is one main, obviously, problem in this country, and then obviously quality, because the workmanship is not really on par with the rest of Europe, like it should be.
With retail, especially with all the international labels that's just come in, I think they've been picketing all over in these at these major stores. So it's quite difficult to do a retail range at the moment, especially for a new designer.
And because our seasons are one behind, although I'd like to call it one ahead, it is quite difficult because you're trying to pick up on trends that people are seeing constantly on social media.
South African retail trade sales increased by 5.4% year-on-year in September 2017. So the opportunity exists for designers, but how do they compete with the larger retailers?
Quality over quantity is an absolute must. I'll rather take a little bit longer and make the perfect garments than have a million garments out there, and I would rather have a client have the experience of opening something that was made specifically for them.
So the question is, what sort of improvements should the South African fashion industry be looking at to compete with the global market?
I think obviously invest in education for quality, for techniques, to produce maybe our own fabrics, and also not to run to other countries to produce, but also produce in our own country.
We have so many cultures to explore. We've got so many more trends that we could bring about as coming from the tip of Africa that the rest of the world hasn't been exposed to just yet.
The sub-Saharan African fashion industry represents only 1% of the global $3 trillion fashion industry. Many young designers are infusing African fabrics into their designs in showrooms globally, creating a fantastic opportunity for young African designers. I'm Ashley Evans, and this is Business Affair.